If you're trying to decrease your symptoms and worry about your hormones in menopause, daily routines actually really matter. And in this video, I want to encourage you to create new routines, reset your current routines, rethink your current routines. Maybe they're just fine, but I also want to connect the dots on why routines are going to make you feel better in menopause. And if routines are tough for you, you're in good company. Stick around with me because we're going to talk about that as I get to the end of the video. I also have trouble sticking to things. Oh geez, hello, if you're new here, hi, my name is Tanya. I'm 57. I like to talk about all things that have to do with menopause health, nutrition, mindful eating, and just basically all the stuff that we go through as we age. There's so much to talk about, so I encourage you to grab a cup of tea, subscribe to my channel, and let's hang out, let's talk about it all. Of course, if you have a health issue, if you feel like you're struggling with a health condition or anything in menopause, this is not medical advice. I'm talking about what is working for me right now, and I would encourage you to go to your licensed care practitioner, speak to a doctor, a naturopath, have someone help you with your personal health situation. This is the first of my Back to Basics video series where I'm going to touch on little things that we kind of ignore that really can help us just feel better day to day. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you need some kind of routine in midlife. Probably walk your dog every day. Maybe you go to yoga class. Maybe you read a book every night. You probably already have some kind of routine. So if you do and you love it, then maybe this video isn't for you. Daily routines really matter in menopause, especially if you struggle with irritability and hot flashes and stress and all the things that come with moving from perimenopause to menopause and beyond. Okay, so why do you need some kind of routine in midlife? We have routines in our day, but are they the kind of routine that makes you feel calm and safe? When you feel safe, your nervous system is happy, that brain, that spinal cord, all that communication system that comes from your brain, your nervous system, which is actually throughout your body, you feel safe. And your hormones need that safety net because your hormone system talks to your brain system. And this is really simplistic. I'm not going to get deep into the science about this. So why you need a routine in midlife? Well, routines help with your stress resilience. If you are not working on your stress resilience at this point in life, I'd really like you to. This can really help you support your hormones. You might find that as you become more stress resilient, you might have less hot flashes, you might sleep better. There's a lot of good things that come with having a routine that makes you feel good, calm, safe, and just generally overall balanced and nurtured. I said that if you are not supporting your whole stress response, you're not supporting your hormones. Now, I know we cannot get rid of every stressful thing in midlife. We can't. Life is stressful. There will always be stress, good stress, bad stress. There is stress. There are things we can't control. But we do know that having chronic stress is not always good for our health. It's linked to all kinds of chronic illnesses as well. So how do we find a way to dampen down that stress through our lives, through our daily lives? One of them is routines. The second reason, and there's tons of reasons that I want you to have a routine, and I want to have a routine, is that you're going to support your mental well-being. You're going to amplify feelings of calm and peace, which feel elusive at this stage of life. You're probably working. I know I'm working full-time. You probably have family obligations. You have a lot of stress. You might be going through caregiving and loss. I mention this a lot in my videos and my podcast. We go through a lot at this stage of life, and we really need tools to support our mental well-being. We get so focused on nutrition and the size of our bodies. And yes, these things are important to talk about, but our mental well-being is at stake as well as we go through this transition. The third reason I really think that routines are helpful is that they help you carve out boundaries. Yes, boundaries. I'm not just talking about the people-pleasing boundaries. I'm talking about the boundaries that you don't even put on your own self as far as giving to yourself. Building some self-care at this stage of life is really important, and it is time we did that for ourselves, don't you think? Most every midlife woman who has a dog is going to understand my predicament right now, like somebody just walked by. Even if you just have one thing that you make sure you do for yourself every day, are you not giving yourself a little boundary? Boundaries around ourselves can be especially hard if you're the people-pleasing type. Routines are going to help you put these little boundaries around your time. Okay, hopefully with this talk, you feel worthy. You want to create a super simple routine, morning or night, that's going to make things feel easy because everything is overwhelming in menopause. So I want you to answer this. What makes you feel calm and balanced? What makes you feel content and generally happy? I know we can't be happy all the time, but when you access that feeling of like, That was a good day. What made that day feel like that? It can be anything, anything at all. Holding your cat, reading a book, walking your dog, cleaning your pantry, reading, a bath. That's a nighttime routine. Maybe it doesn't have to be. I've had morning baths. Organizing your lunch, getting your workout clothes ready. Routines can be practical. They can be spiritual too. Just think back to the last time that you felt really peaceful and calm. Brainstorm it all. Write it all down. There is no wrong answer. Do a whole brain dump on the page. None of them have to make sense. You can sift them later. You can put them into morning or evening, or this is crazy and this is doable. And I threw in the practical things because I don't want you to think that a routine has to be reading something spiritual. Some people do love to read the Bible in the morning. Some people just want to go for a walk or have a quiet cup of coffee. It doesn't have to be journaling, although journaling and meditation can do a lot to calm your body, and they really are useful if you are an emotional eater. Even setting up a glass of water or an herbal tea for yourself every morning can be a routine. Just knowing that you're giving yourself a little bit of deposit in your health and wellness bank can feel good. Now, I said that if you're someone that has trouble with routines, we're going to talk because I totally get it. And the trick to doing any kind of habit change is to be forgiving on yourself and make it super small, like so small you might not even notice it. So if you want to be more hydrated, put a cup by your coffee pot in the morning. You're going to see the glass and it's going to trigger you, hopefully, to have a glass of water. That is not only a very small change in your routine in your morning, but it's also a habit pair. Habit pairing helps trigger you to do something new while you're doing something that is already second nature, like brushing your teeth. Some people brush their teeth and listen to something motivating every morning as part of their routine. It helps them feel better about themselves and the day. Say you walk your dog every day. If you want to have more shoulder mobility or more mobility in general, don't be shy to do some stretching while your dog is sniffing. I've done that. My daughter thinks I'm weird. I don't care. Think about what you want to build on, what works for you, and what is going to make you feel like, yeah, I did that today. Whatever you do, just know you're building a routine nonetheless. And what you're doing is building calm and safety in your whole nervous system. And you're going to help your menopause transition. If you create a routine, I'd love to know what you do. And I'd love to know if you took note, like what changed for you? Were there any symptom changes? You can actually start to track them. That's another routine. And that's how you get to know yourself. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in my next Back to Basics video where I'm going to be talking about hydration and not be doing the same old drink your 8 glasses of water type of video. It's going to be a little different because menopause is different. So I hope you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.